Hello and welcome back. So, last time, and I should have done prep before this episode started, but that's where we are. Last time we had some issues with smelting. What I've done is taken the redesign we walked through, tweaked it a bit, and ended up with this design here. So I extended out this stacker ever so slightly. It then, rather than doing a weird wobble, goes in a straight line all the way along now. And then we run the 3 spurs off for all the plates and the logistics trains. Chain signal before, then the same thing here. Chain signal, then the 3 off, and so on and so on. I've done the same over at copper. So we now have 3 copper smelters instead of 2. Now, although we're stacking up 2 ore trains, you can see we've got ore trains coming in, and look, that ore train has now got in behind. So these are all set up now so that everything has a train in the station and a train stacked behind, which keeps this stacker relatively free. Okay, of these sites, this one is currently working, and I've got a feeling it's being drained by AP ammo, but look, we have lots of copper trains now. Yeah, so, ooh, got dizzy there. So, ammo has now, sorry, that's grenades. Ammo is still running, but it is running low on essential supplies. What is it low on? That's weird. We have plates, we have steel. Oh! We have a chest missing. Right, let's go fix that while we can. I have inserters, I have chests. Okay. Thought it was funny. That's better. All right. So that should be gone very soon, and then we'll be able to burn through the copper and the rest of the iron plates, and we can get these trains in, which will then allow this logistics train, which is down here, to get through. So this is very simple for adding on a second module. We'll just run a track like that, and then duplicate this behind it. But we won't be doing a duplicate of this build for quite a while. As we say, this is, I think it's enough for 5k. Can't remember the exact number, maybe it's 3k, but it's quite a substantial build. Okay, it's running under speed at the moment because it doesn't have logistics, doesn't have enough logistics bots. It doesn't have enough logistics bots because the logistics supply train can't get in. But that will be solved in a moment when this steel has unloaded. Okay, so we will let that poodle on in the background. What we're going to look at today is the electric engines. Now, I know I said I was going to do military science next, but I had a look at what all the different things consume, and ignoring the satellite build, which I'm just pretending doesn't exist, ignoring the satellite build, the next most hungry build is the engines. So that's what we're going to build here. Alright, so electric engines, I've got a feeling is fairly straightforward. Sorry, engines, not electric engines. Right, so this is steel plates, gears, and pipes. Okay, so let's make a gears machine, and over here somewhere a pipes machine. Okay, the engines are an intermediate. We can problem mode those. Gears are an intermediate, we can prop mod those. Pipes are something you can place down on the map, so we cannot prop mod those. Okay, we can go for a typed beaconing of this. Right, rip that up, put it back down. Okay, and then this, from what I remember, is a very low material build. So 3 types of items, but not many per second. So we will start off with a single in and out. Okay, so that's our build for that. We will do the standard thing with poles. Okay. I'm going to move the gears build over, and actually I'm going to steal a gearless build because I remember it being quite important how you do a gears build. Right, there will be one in gun turrets and in mining drills. Right, there's a gears. Ah, this is a gears which feeds sideways. And this is a gears that feeds sideways. Okay. So that's not going to work very well. What else do we have gears in? Maybe we don't. Speed modules, high-tech, batteries, stone, electric furnaces, grenades, piercing ammo. This side we have other things, but they're all circuit related. Circuits, plastic, copper. No, so we don't have a gears build we can take. Okay, well, let's make one then. I genuinely thought we had one. Right, I'm going to put it up here out of the way. Change this recipe to gears. Okay, let's grab a stack more of beacons because I want to get all these things built and powered up to see what their relative rates are. That's it. Right, then we're going to do the pipes build. That. Now, we can put speed modules into the pipes build if we decide we want to. It would depend on if we can make the ratios behave better with or without. Okay, so that's there. So we can now shift right click to copy, paste there. That's its request. 24, 24, and 48. So that's kind of an irrelevant quantity. Okay, 960. That may be an issue. 500. That should be fine. Okay, so let's ask for the gears build. What does that say? Okay, so that consumes 1.1 stack inserters. That may or may not be an issue. We might be able to run it at with 1 stack inserter flat out and lose the 15% off the top. We'll see how the ratios work. So we may run this slightly idle, or we'll have to rearrange this so that we can get a second input box. Okay, so this one is clearly going to be absolutely fine. Yeah, that's 0.63 of a stack inserter, and that's irrelevant. Okay, so let's do all of these together. Obviously, the ratio for this is nowhere near. Okay, so we have 0.964 extra gear machines and 0.9 extra pipe machines. So probably if we add some speed mods to the pipe, we can get that up towards 0.96 if we wanted to. let's start duplicating the build and see where we get to. So remember, we'll be looking at a row of 13. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's take all of those. Top up speed modules and prod mods. I should really bump the autosave interval up when I'm recording, but then I forget, and then when I'm not recording I die. Okay, so that's 5. Whoops, try again. Okay, so we can double this and still have enough pipes. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's pick up some speed mods. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The reason I'm looking at what 10 does is because if we have a row of 13 machines, we could have 10 or 11 or 12 engine machines and then either gear or a pipe machine. Okay, so that looks like we are on the edge of what one pipe machine can support. However, we seem to be consuming less than half the gears. Okay, so let's make this up to 11, 12. And there is method in my madness. Okay, so what if we do that? We are very slightly under on pipes, and we've used not quite half the gears. Okay, so let's add a speed module to the pipes. We are still slightly under on pipes. Okay. And we're now slightly over on pipes. And we're using less than half the output of the gears by quite a margin. So the 1 versus 1.15, because we can't quite feed the gears fully, is soaked up in that 0.57, in that 0.07. I hope. So I think what we're going to do is have, let's put down a 13th one of these. Okay, so what we're going to do, on the row which is nearest the station, we will have 6 gear machines, a cogs machine, another 6. Then on the 2 rows behind, we will have 6, then a pipe, then 6. That entire build should then be very slightly in excess for pipes and gears. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's this one that needs to go. Let's take that out. Okay, so we're going to put the gears machine in. Okay, and I'm going to cap all the output chests at this point because if I don't do it now, I will forget. We definitely need to output cap that gears intermediate. Otherwise it'll turn all the iron in the world into gears when we're not looking. Okay. So now we can scrub that. That's it. We can take a blueprint of pipes, place it down behind gears. There we are. Scrub that. Then let's take this half of the build. I want to build the whole thing and do max rate on it because I don't quite trust it otherwise. Right, then we should be able to put down the 6 this side as well. So that is our build. Now let's go find the things we don't have. Do I have stack inserters in me? Yes, I do. I'm missing... I don't have any boxes, so I've probably run out of those. So I have inserters, I picked up boxes. I don't have any prop mods. Beacons. Whoops. Let's put most of those back. Right. Get rid of that stone. And pick up those. Okay, we seem to have all the beacons, but not the speed mods. Okay. Okay, it's prop mods we're short of now. Okay, so we can now ask max rate calculator what's going on here. And let's do it once more because I don't quite trust it. Okay, so let's do items per minute. Awesome, so that build produces 2.4K of engines. So the Tech 3 science, which requires engines, consumes 1 per cycle. The production science consumes 1 electric engine per cycle, and each electric engine takes one of these engines as input. So if we double this build to be 4.8K, then a single one of this doubled up engine build can run science at 2.4K. So that's great. So by the time we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these builds, we'll have a ridiculous rate of science. So that looks to me like a good build. Right, it reckons we are under on pipes and under on gears. So what have I done wrong? Okay. So it reckons I'm a very long way under on pipes and quite a long way under on gears. Let's do the half build. I think I was premature in calling this build done. So if I do the half build, this says net machines 0.56 for pipes. Let's do it that far. 0.32. I think I've been reading these numbers wrong. 0.8. And that's -4. Okay. Okay, let's build this a different way. Let's clear all these blueprints, find any others that we don't need. Come on. Okay, so we're going to have an electric engine module. Take it to there and then scrub that. Right, and we will icon this. I want nice bright things which we can see. Okay, that's the engine. Then we need a gears build. Again, a nice bright thing. And we need a pipes build. Okay. So we can scrub this. And it won't fit in my inventory, but that doesn't matter. Okay. So let's start off with 1 gears, one pipe, one engine. That's it. Okay, so that's obviously in credit for both gears and for pipes. So we can put down some more engine, sorry, that's a gears build. Let's pull that up. Right, I'm looking for the... Where is the... That's gears, that's pipes. Where is the red blueprint? I'm not sure. Well, let's do it again. I've mucked it up now. Right, let's take this. Okay, so we can go for a second, third, fourth, fifth. Hopefully bots will find their way in. Logistics bots can be trashed. That should give me a little bit of inventory. Nope, thank you. Right, I don't need stack inserters. I should have put down drone ports and let the thing build automatically, shouldn't I? Okay. All right, so let's... Okay, so we are still good for both pipes and gears. And I think for now, I'd like to do it with the base level pipe speed. Okay. So we can put down more. Right, we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, let's see how we are there. So we're still in credit for pipes. Okay, that's getting close to not being in credit for pipes. And that's ever so slightly in debit, but just in. Okay. So if we do a pipes here, then we are now, of course, in credit for pipes. Yeah. So we can put down a bunch of engine builds. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is probably a good start. That's 6. Never mind. 6 is a good start. Okay, we are still in credit both for gears and pipes. Yep, still in credit. We are still in credit. Oh, this pipes machine has speed in it. Okay, let's take that out. Because I'm going to use the speed modules afterwards to fix ratios if they're out. Okay, so we've gone into debit on pipes. And I think if I... Let's just test it by deleting this one. Yeah, that's in credit on pipes. Okay, so this machine here takes us into debit on pipes. So the obvious thing to do at that point is to put down another pipes machine. Okay, let's take out the speed mods. Okay, so we're now in credit on pipes, but we're getting pretty low for gears. So let's start putting down engines. Okay, so we're down to 0.036 for engines. We still have half a build of pipes left. And that's bang on our engines. Absolutely bang on. Okay, and we have far too many pipes. So what happens if we delete this pipes machine? We will obviously be in debit. Yeah. Now let's start off with putting in all the speed mods. Okay, so we're very slightly in credit now. The issue is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 unused slots. So then the question would be, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. And I'm trying to find a way that we can put this into 3 rows, but obviously that doesn't work, does it? Okay, let's see what we can do. All right, so I can take away this build. As long as I put down this build. Okay. So this is back to being essentially ratioed. Yep. Okay, so I have 5 machines left. Okay, so we currently have gear pipe. Let's swap that around a bit. So we're going to have gear pipe. So I'm going to take out this, take out this. Right, put that in there. That's an engine build. And we will put a pipe build here. Okay, so now we have 2 and 2. So maybe we can do a wonky build. Let's double check. So if we go back to stack inserters for this, in total we need 3 stack inserters for plates, which is easy. So this is a low volume build, even when it's doubled up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What if I grabbed that? Okay, I could put that down there. Get rid of these poles for now. There. Okay. Let's quite carefully take away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from this side. Right, we need to make sure we get the chests. Great, then let's pick up 2 from this side, put it down there, and take away these 2. Okay, and that's under because we haven't got the extra speed modules in the pipe machine. There we are. So that's the half build. That was a bit more work than I hoped. Let's check the size of the requests, that they are still approximately correct. Okay, so we'll have to redo the pipe ones. The other problem with this is the gears ratio is exactly on. So the loss of throughput from having a single input is actually going to be important. Whoops. But yeah, there. Okay. We have some, yeah, and now we've got this one not powered up. It's not the end of the world. We can power this from outside. It's these inserters don't have power that are the problem. I'm wondering if I could split the build open down the middle. We've got the 3 utilities, so perhaps we could move the entire middle of the build open by 1 tile. Then we'd be able to fit a power pole there. Bit extreme, but let's try it. Okay, so I want to grab the whole of this half of the build. Okay, so the idea is I'm going to deconstruct that half, place it down 1 tile over. Then I'll check everything still has 12 beacon coverage, but it really should do. In fact, yeah, it does. Then we can fit a power pole in the gap we've made here. Okay. Let's take all that out. And that, and that, and that, and that. That's it. Then let's take our blueprint. It was there. We want it there. Now that powers everything up. Yep, this is still surrounded by the full 12. Let's try this again. So if I pick that up, drop it down on these 2 chests, these are now requesting 960. So half of that is 480. There we are. And just to double check I haven't mucked it up, let's ask max rate calculator and check it returns the same numbers. Yes, it does. Okay, so that's our build finally. Right, so this is engines. Okay. So what does this have inputs? It has plates and steel, and that's it. So it is a 2 in 1 out. Do we have a 2 in 1 out? As if luck would have it. Yep. Grenades is a 2-1. So let's grab a blueprint of grenades. Okay, I want to grab a bit of this. That's it. There. I want to get rid of the assemblers, beacons, the arms, the boxes, poles. There's a storage chest. I want to get rid of those. Okay, and then I want to put things back in. So I want to put back in all of this. There we are. I want to put back in whatever's going on with this station. I want to put back in whatever is happening with this station and with this port here. Then I really want to put back in all of this and all of this. And I think that's it. Right, let's give this an icon. S for site. So let's put that down there. Okay, this is all going down fairly well. Very dead forest here. We're out of signals and inserters. Okay, this train has signals. Grab another armful of inserters. Okay, we're missing some deciders as well. It's the one time when it's safe to run on the tracks. Okay, so there should be some deciders somewhere in one of these boxes. Try once more. Here we are. So I don't have it. Yeah, that's what I'm missing. Let's put that down because I want to check it is the one we need and I will forget later. There we are. Okay. Okay, it looks like this build is in the way of a big power pole. So I'm going to take up this build, which will no doubt cause shenanigans with my inventory. Then I'm going to place down this blueprint again. Okay, so that should have fixed the power pole problem. And now where is the blueprint of... I hope I didn't delete the blueprint of our design. No, there it is. Back to map view. Oh, we've got no radar coverage because we've got no power. Okay. I'm just trying to get the power pole down. There we are. Great, now we have power. So we want one of these builds above and one below. Come on. That can be the one above. And then that can be the one below. And we will rob Peter to pay Paul with my bigger building suit. Also, I have a couple of logistics drones. We will throw those in. Okay. So what am I out of? I have boxes and I have inserters. That seems a little suspicious. Let's pick up all these that I can. Dump all the wood I can in the trash car. All the wood I can in the trash car. All the stone. Okay, so that's all the beacons down. We need small poles, stack inserters. Okay. Let's take 100 of those. We have assembly machines, that's fine. I don't have any of these. I'd like poles. Let's take them all because they're useful. Right, and then speed. See if we get any further now. And dump more trash into the trash car. Good, that's it. Now, let's join that. Join this. This power is on. Let's look at the power on the map. Okay, do we have any other crossovers that we should not? No, I think those are isolated. The issue being that this is powered by this site, but we'll let that lie for now. I think this is good. Okay, yeah, so there was meant to be some stuff going on over the top, which we had missed. This is a provider chest. I obviously didn't sort it out properly. We need this powered to there. There is supposed to be a small power pole there. And I need to unbridge this there. Okay, then there should have been a... Yeah, I missed it off the blueprint. Right, let's... I know this isn't the same one, but it's the same idea. Right, let's grab that. In fact, if I grab from here and I nix the beacons, then I can grab station names. And then when I put this down, it will fix the logistics stations for me as well. Come on. Sorry, I'm walking slowly. I have to wear this suit for a little bit to get things charged up again. Ah, so that's a different size. Let's try again. Okay, should have taken it from here. No, it looks like I just didn't design this site correctly. Okay. So this should be called logistics supply. Maybe I should kill all these trees, like root them up, I don't know. Right, and this one, come on. What am I doing wrong? Don't seem to be able to click on this station. Okay, I can do it from map view for some reason. So this should be fuel supply. Okay, so we have fuel and bots being brought in. Then let's name these stations and set up their chests, and then that will be it. Okay, so let's have this be electric engine steel plate. Great, fuel has arrived. Electric engine iron plate. Good, and then electric engine, electric engine. Okay. Then let's work out how many inserters we need for this whole thing. Okay, so we need 6 inserters for plate and 2 inserters for steel and 3 inserters for engine. So that is just 1 per carriage of each, which makes it nice and easy. Let's do that. Right, this is going to request engines. 50. 50, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 per row, 5, 1000, 2000 per train carriage. So let's request 2000. There we are. Then we're going to unload our steel, unload our iron. We are going to blueprint this little arrangement without the rail. We are going to put it down once per carriage. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm out of boxes. Okay. We've nearly charged this suit up, so we can move back to the running suit. Come on. Okay, and then the last job is to wire the blue chest together . Okay, so we're going to turn this site on when we have 2000 engines. We are going to turn the site off when we have 16,000 engines, because that's when all my boxes are full. Okay, there we are. And that is, I think, it. So all we need now is to deploy trains. Famous last words. We can pull up that train station, send that home. We can send this home, take engine packs off its destinations. Okay, so what else have I been doing? While you were away, the main things I did was rework all these so that, was there a warning? There's a warning there. Oh, yeah, I need to delete up a little bit of track, which I put down, which I've done. So I reworked the whole outside of the of these modules so that now these are much more modular. You can see the rail track for the next one fits into the gaps for the one before. So now, when I want to put down a 4th smelting array, I actually blueprint 1.5 smelters to get, sorry, 2.5 smelters to get this junction correct. So I blueprint from here to the end, then we put it down overlapping, and that puts one more on the end and fills in the rails. Similarly for copper, it's the same thing. As and when I decide steel needs expanding, I will, yeah, see, this is still, steel is constantly working, so clearly we do not have enough capacity for steel. It's not working very fast. Most of these are not being used. I wonder why that is. most of the bots are inactive. It's got 590 logistics, of which 570 are roosted. Okay, each of these seems to have close enough 4K in it, and the site has not turned off, so it's a logistics problem. I've got my sums wrong somewhere with this site. Anyway, so this will need to be... You can see the difference in the way the tracks are laid out. This goes in a straight line, this doglegs in. So at some point I'll need to rip this up and match it to this. I was able to do the copper one in about half an hour. This one took about an hour and a half to do because it was the first one. Okay, let's get out. We'll go to the shed. We will get some trains and see if we can get some engines made. So I'm going to need 4 trains. 5, 10, 15, 20. Let's grab all of those for now. Okay, so this one is going to be the steel train. So steel plates, inventory full. Engines. Electric engines, steel plates, inventory empty. Copy, automatic. Paste, automatic. I like how I can outrun the train while it's starting to accelerate and then really can't. Okay. So I need another 3 stacks of cargo wagons, I think. So iron smelting iron plates. Full. I've called this electric engine. It isn't. It's just engines, isn't it? Right, I'll have to go and fix all those names. Copy that. Paste that. Automatic. So while I remember, this is not electronic engines, this is engine unit. That's better. Okay, and this one, engine unit. Engine unit, engine unit. Okay, we can hide that. So I've learned a few things doing this. The first is there are materials which come from outside the site and things which come from inside. So your water, oil, stone, copper, iron all come from outside. And if I was doing this again, I would have all of those as all the things which deal with those. I'd have them on the periphery. In fact, I would consider. Let's jump into this train. I would. Yeah, I would consider setting up a depot for each of those. Then the depot, so the depot would take in really big trains. I think the 8 carriage trains are too short to bring in the raw materials, so maybe 16 carriages or 30 carriage. I don't know, something. Oh, great! You just saw that sight turn on. Then I would decant that into the shorter 8 carriage trains for smelting, or for taking off to plastic for the coal or grenades for coal. I think that's the way I would do it next time. The other problem I've got is the petroleum is produced in 2 places. It's produced by the refinery, but it's also produced by cracking of light oil. And I think if I was designing this again, I would have just one place that trains pick up petroleum to take on for other products, which means having light oil cracking on the same site as refining, or having a petroleum depot, one or the other. Alright, so here we are. We are dropping off iron plates for the first time to electric engines. Let's jump out. We have gears being made, we have pipes being made. Do we have anything other than gears and pipes? Did I forget to set the requests on the engines? Yes, I did. Grief, how did that happen? Alright, let's fix that. And in doing so, I'll show you a little glitch I have discovered. Okay, so let's grab this as a blueprint. So I can run along with this blueprint. Wherever it fits, it rewrites the box requests. So that's a nice little feature. And I'm going to do it from the inside out because I don't want to accidentally trample the box requests for the pipes. Okay. This is why I always watch a build work, because until I've seen it work, it isn't working. Okay, so the lower half of this build is now working. And you'd think what to do, right? I've got this blueprint which works. Now, let's try it here. And it's working. So sometimes when I do these blueprints and then flip them, the flip won't overwrite the requests. Other times it does, and I can't find any rhyme or reason for when it does or doesn't work. Great, so we've used up our first iron plate train. I'm trying to stand somewhere where we can see and not get run over. And all the lights are green. So that's it. I'm calling this build. So we now have engines being made. So the next one is probably electric engines. And then we're into the home straight for the remaining sciences and the rocket silo. All right, thanks very much for watching. I will see you again soon. Till then, like, subscribe, and come back, please.